Let me get a diagram down in this question. So I'm first of all going to put the origin in, and then vectors going to A, B, and C. And we're working in 3 dimensions, but we can depict it in 2-dimensional space. But yeah, they could be coming in and out of the page. Okay, and then I'm just going to write them down in column form. So I've got 3, -4, and 2. For OB, got -1, and then I've got 0 for the J component and 6. And then for C, it's going to be 7, -4, and -2. Right, now we're told that M is the midpoint of BC, and I'm interested in finding the magnitude of OM. So actually what I need to do is find the vector OM. And this can be done in 2 different ways, in fact. Now the way that I actually did it is I thought, right, OM is going to equal, oh, this is M, it's going to equal OB, which I already have, plus half of BC. Okay, so then I just need to work out what BC is. And BC, to get from B to C, I could go minus OB or BO plus OC, which is the same as doing OC minus OB. You always basically do the second minus the first, but I tried to explain where that came from. Because it's BO, which is minus OB, plus OC. That's the same as OC minus OB. Right, and then I'm going to use this column form. So 7 -4 -2 minus -1, 0, 6, which gives me 8 -4, and that was a 6, so it's going to be -8. Okay, we're nearly there then. So OB, I'm adding, it's going to again be -1, 0, 6, and then I'm adding half of BC, which is 4 -2 -4. So OM is going to be 3 -2, 2. Okay, and I'm nearly there. So the magnitude of OM, which I can use the modulus function for, is going to equal, now to find the length of a 3-dimensional vector, you basically apply 3D Pythagoras, and it's actually just 3 squared plus -2 squared plus 2 squared. I'm not going to go into detail on that here. That's just something to be aware of. Pythagoras' theorem in 2D is a squared equals b squared plus c squared. You just have to extend it and also square the z component. So I'm going to get the square root, because it's a show that question, just need to show enough working. 9 plus 4 plus 4. So it's going to be root 17 as required. Now, just before I move on, I just want to give you another approach for part A, which works really well when you have the midpoint. Nothing wrong with how I did it, and this is just going to be slightly quicker, but you have to realize to do the little thing I'm about to show you. So when you add 2 vectors, you actually create a parallelogram. So if I wanted to do OB plus OC, I would do OB and then O plus, and I'd get to sort of here. I'm going to call this point P. But I could have done OC plus OB, and then I would have gone a slightly different route. But I do create this parallelogram. And if I wanted to work out what OP was, then I would add them. So it would be 7 -4 -2 plus -1, 0, 6. I'm just going to do that quickly. I would get 6. I'm now adding them -4 and 4. Now here's the thing, because M is the midpoint between B and C, it's actually the midpoint of my parallelogram, which I'm going to go through when I get from O to P, and I can more quickly get OM, basically. OM is just going to be half of OP, which would give me 3 -2, 2. And so you can see literally just with two calculations, I can straight away get OM rather than doing all this stuff I did before. And that's probably what is, expected in this question for 2 marks. But hey, like I said, my way still worked, so it's absolutely fine. On to the second part of this question. We're told that point D is such that BC is equal to AD. Well, BC is going this way, so I'm just going to draw a vector kind of going vaguely in that direction as well. I'm going to make sure I miss that point B though, because I don't want them to look like they're the same. So there's D. And then we're asked to show that the position vector at the point D is this thing here. So actually it's this green vector that I'm now drawing. I know it's getting a bit confusing, but I've tried to use different colors to show it. So I want to find out what OD is. And to get from O to D, I can actually go from O to A and then from A to D. You might be able to learn these things, like these sort of cancel out, but I think a diagram is best if I'm honest. And remember, we already know what OA is, and AD we're told is BC. Now, I happened to find BC earlier, so that's helped me out a bit. If you've done part A using the purple method, you'd have to now calculate this. So OA is 3 minus 4, 2. And BC is 8 minus 4 minus 8. So that's going to be 11 minus 8 minus 6. Because it's a show that question, I'm just going to write it in terms of in component form to end with 11I plus minus 8J minus 6K. All right, well done.